I lived off that for 2.5, 3 years, somewhere in there, and couldn't eat, but I was able to live, and
So,
that was my biggest thing.
so, for,
It's
so,
I didn't care.
so from that
Go
point though,
ahead.
they inserted a feeding tube, right? That's the only way you
Yeah.
could keep nutrients in your body for
Hmm.
2 to 3 years. And one other thing too, and I love, this is just how you are. You basically skipped over the fact, in high school when you played all those sports, what was happening with your legs? Because you've shared with me
Oh
before.
my.
Yeah. What?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So my legs, when I would grow through middle and high school, my legs would grow in. They started growing in.
Okay.
And so my doctor every 6 months would correct them. And then they'd grow out. And then they'd go back in after he corrected them. So for like every 6 months from about sixth grade to senior year of high school, he would break my legs in half and reset them
Every six
because there was
months.
no
Every six
every
months.
6 months.
Yeah.
My nickname in high school was Hobbles. That
And,
was my nickname.
and again,
I went with
I'm
it.
just going back though, because you didn't even mention that as part of this story. And you
Yeah,
talked about all the
I
sports you
didn't.
played in high school. But again, you guys, just as you're listening to this, the inspiration, I mean, yeah, doesn't even mention that he was having his legs broken every 6 months, um, all through middle school and high school.
Well, and if you can't tell by now, if you're listening, Zach just really embodies someone who really takes no excuses, right? Like most people would say, oh, I have a kidney disease. It means I can't play the sports I want. Or, oh, I'm getting my legs broke every 6 months, so I can't play baseball and tennis. Like people would be like, nope, I'm done. I can't. Like, obviously my body's not going to let me. And you just were like, no, yeah, that happened, but it didn't stop me. Like you are just the total embodiment of someone that refuses to take excuses and refuses to let the physical world determine your happiness and your growth and your grit and your determination. It is so inspiring even to this point, and we're like not even halfway through. Like this is crazy.
Yeah. I was actually listening to one of your podcasts, and the thing that stuck out to me, and it helps me, is you got to be okay with change. And
Yes.
with a life of a lot of health issues, change is going to happen a lot. So, and that's one thing that a lot of people aren't comfortable with because they tell themselves up here, oh, I don't like change. No, change is what makes you better. Change is what makes you who you are. Yeah, at the end of the day, none of us like it, but it's what makes you you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's
Well,
the only constant, right? Change is the only constant thing in life.
well, and I think,
yeah.
and I know people that have had way less challenge than you, Zach, myself included at points in my life. And we don't have this attitude. And we talk about it a lot on this podcast, but the life is happening for you, not to you. Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride.